Hello, anyone who gets on. We are here to chat. Just gonna hang out until someone else gets in here. Welcome anyone who joins in. If you're here, say hi in the chat so we know that you are here hanging out with us. Hopefully we can get a couple people in here. Says we have one person in here. If you're in here, say hi so I know who it is and so I can chat with you. Just keep hanging out. Hopefully somebody comes in and joins the party. Do that. I guess while I'm waiting for people to come into the live chat, I will work on my menu because that is one of my to-dos today. I don't know if anyone else out there still does monthly menus. Kind of weird. I don't like doing stuff on my computer, so I do my menus on paper still. So I print them off just by month, and then I fill out what meals we are going to use. And then just the other day, my husband and I went through and we made a list of everything in our deep freezer. So I'm trying to kind of plan menus based on what we are eating or what we need to use up to eat. And so I'm working on the first part of March because February is already pretty much over and we are getting into March already. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly we want to eat. I feel like I need some new recipes, but I don't know. It's hard because my kids are really picky. Let me see here. So I will just, I guess, keep working on that until hopefully somebody comes in the chat. We'll see. This may be a boring live chat by myself, talking to myself. Hey, Tiger Muskin M. Homestead. I don't think I've seen you in here before. You're kind of a new one. How are you doing today? Oh, new supporter. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping in. There's not very many people in here today. But I figured we'd just hang out until some people got in here. So I went over to peek at your channel just to see. And I am a subscriber of yours. I don't think I've watched a whole lot of your videos yet, but I will definitely have to check them out. I think it said you were in, you know, my internet is horrible, which is why my screen is so fuzzy. We are trying to find better internet out here. So it looks like you are into hunting and fishing, which is not something I'm good at. That would be more my husband's area. But anyways, we have horrible internet out here. And we are actually on the list for better internet that hopefully will be out here later this year. And so hopefully my live streams will not be looking as bad as they do right now. But this may end up being a short live chat unless we get some more people in here. Currently, I am working on my menu planning for this next week. We are trying to use up old meat in our freezer. We buy half of a pig and a quarter of a beef every year, and we need to start getting that used up because it's about time to order. Well, normally we would order some more, but we actually have a cow we're considering butchering, and so we need to make room in the freezer for that. It says, I'm from New Mexico. Awesome. So I'm assuming it's warmer there, but I know weather's been crazy lately. Hopefully it's warm still. That would make me totally jealous. We are still freezing cold out here. We have not had a lot of snow lately, but we did get, during that kind of crazy storm, we got dumped with snow, which is normal for out here. But it's all kind of melting right now. It's been slightly warmer, as in it's been like 28, 29 degrees, but the sun helps. So some of the snow is melting, even though it's freezing cold. Oh, I'm jealous. A spring day. That totally makes me jealous. I am ready for spring to get here. We have a whole bunch of projects to do. We have a barn that we are really itching to get started building, and we want to fence in our whole property, and we really cannot start that until the ground starts thawing out a little bit more. We could start it. It just makes the job 1,000 times harder. So we really need to get back up into upper 30s and 40s before we can start our projects. And so far, the forecast does not show anything like that out here. We are in Wyoming, and that's normal for Wyoming. And we try to just have a good attitude about the fact that it's going to be cold and it's going to be miserable till about April, May. So it's just hard to wait when you got projects to do. Yeah, spring day sounds really nice. Yeah. Do you have anything that you've been working on lately, or any projects you guys have been working on? I'd love to hear about it. Right now, like I said, we're kind of just in the planning mode of everything, of getting planned so that as soon as it's warm, we can hit the ground running on getting projects done. We finally got our plans all drawn out. Oh, which I should show. I'll be right back. I'll go grab my plans. And a bit. Oh, starting onions and garlic soon. That sounds awesome. We had really big gardens before we moved, and currently we don't have any gardens laid out, and so gardening is taking definitely a back seat this year for us. But my barn, I went through and I made these big, beautiful plans. I made them to scale and measured everything, had it all written out, drawn out, and then our new puppy ate my barn plans. This was all connected into one thing, all drawn out. It's like the total, my dog ate my homework. My dog ate my barn. I can't believe that she ate it, but I pretty much remember it all. I just need to redraw it out. But it was totally a bummer after taking all that time to draw out these plans to have them chewed up. Totally stink. But we are very excited to start our barn. We know how we want it to look. We looked into the permits for out where we live, and if the barn or shed or anything is under 200 square feet, we don't have to get a permit. So we decided to build 2 small sheds under 200 square feet that are separate from each other, and then we're going to build an overhang over the top so the animals have a place to go in. And one of the sheds will be for my goats for kidding season, having babies, and then the other barn is going to be my milking and kind of food storage for the animals, hay storage for our miniature cows. So that is something we're really excited about. I really want to get started on because we do have a cow and milk, and I don't have a way to really milk her right now, so it's kind of a pain waiting for that. Yeah, so that's kind of our plans coming up. I'm totally jealous that you're planting garlic and onions. We have no clue where we're putting our gardens yet. We kind of want to get the barn in, get our pastures fenced in, get our property fenced in, and kind of figure out the best place on our property after that to put our gardens. And so I haven't started any seeds this year, which is really kind of hard for me because normally I've got all my tomatoes and my peppers and onions and different things all started. But we just with not having a spot, there's no point starting it. And out here in Wyoming and where we're living, it's even colder. So we're going to have to build some kind of hoop house or greenhouse. We've been looking into those, I can't remember the word, but it's the thermal greenhouses where it's like dug down into the ground and then it has the tubing. But we have a lot of research left on that. And I don't think we'll have time this year to build something like that. Especially with working on building the barn and other things. And so it's just not going to happen this year, probably. Hopefully, like maybe this fall. It just kind of depends where everything kind of ends up, whether or not that will happen. But I was saying earlier that what I'm currently working on is I'm working on our menu plan, and so I'm trying to figure out, I really could use some new like meals and things. We've got tons of like ground beef. I've got some goat and lamb that I need to use up, and we normally do like a curry with our goat, but these ones I've got goat chops and goat leg that I need to use up. Okay, so use my onions as a border for my garden. It keeps pests away. That's a really good idea. I will have to definitely keep that in mind to do along the edges of our gardening areas. Yeah, I'm really excited to when we can finally start our garden out here, but it's definitely going to be a while. It's definitely not highest on the list, even though I kind of wish it was. You're back? Okay, you go play. My little one wanted to come by and say hi. That's my other hard thing with doing these live chats is we homeschool, and so I have all 4 of my kids here at home, and so they always want to come say hi when we're doing a live chat. So I need to look up some goat recipes. Oh, say hi. Yeah, I'll have to tell her you guys said hi. She went back to go watch her show. We turned on a movie and gave them popcorn to try to keep them busy. Well, maybe I'll just have to try looking up recipes for goat. They have just kind of grilled goat chops. That kind of sounds good. I've never tried goat chops before. A lot of the goat we've just kind of cook it really slow and let it kind of fall off the bone, and it's always been really yummy. But yeah, goat chops is definitely something we'll have to try since that's something we've got in our freezer. Let's see. Yeah. So I was sure hoping someone else would pop in here, that we'd have a few more people in here, but kind of a small live chat today. I don't know if you can hear her in the background. She's playing in our hallway that's down. Oh my gosh, it's always turning around. Down that way is our hallway, and she's got her little princess toys that she's playing with back there. It looks like someone else just popped in. I'm not sure who's here, but if you're in here, say hi. We're a really small live chat today. Love to chat with some more people. But while I'm waiting for more people to come in, I'm working on my menu. If you have favorite meals that you like to eat, let me know, because we need some new ones to try. My kids are kind of picky, but I like lots of different things. I just recently made tilapia for my kids for the first time. They never really liked fish before, but they all ended up loving the tilapia, and I'd made it for lunch and then shared with them, and then they ate my lunch for me, which is good because I'm glad that they like it, because fish is good for us, but just funny. No. One thing that we recently talked with on the menu topic that we recently did was, I have a video from this last fall where we were butchering and freezing our own meat chickens. And just the other day, I cooked up our biggest meat chicken that we had, and I cooked it in Instapot for the first time. I'm kind of new to Instapots, and ours has an air fryer function too. So we did Instapot chicken roast, and then we fried it with the air fryer, and it was amazing. That was probably the easiest and best tasting chicken roasted that I had ever had, and it just fall off the bone. We covered it with butter and herbs, and super simple, easy to make, and it tasted delicious. Yeah, so I'm definitely slowly becoming a believer of the Instapot. The other thing I just recently used in it was boiled eggs. We had an overabundance of eggs, and I needed to use up some of the eggs that I had, and did those in the Instapot. They're super easy to peel. That totally makes me excited for this summer. We love, and I don't know if I've even done a video of it. I don't think I have. We make where you smoke the eggs in the smoker and then make potato salad out of that. And that is one of my family's favorite things to eat, is this, we call it smoked egg potato salad. And so, but it's always such a pain to peel the eggs. And so I'm excited to now know that the Instapot helps make that much easier, so that hopefully in the future, when we make our smoked egg potato salad, I can cook them in the Instapot before I smoke them. So definitely I miss our smoker. It is somewhere out in the back. We moved, and then we didn't have time to set it up, so we have not touched our smoker since being here. And I definitely could use some smoked food. Something else we're getting ready to make soon, which I'm a little nervous about. I'm not sure why. I guess I don't want to ruin it. But we have the belly cut from our last pig that we ordered, and we're going to make our own bacon. And so I'm super excited to try making our own bacon for the first time. I want to go kind of the nitrate-free method of making our own bacon. It will definitely be an adventure. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to get it started on the salting process. So I saw, it looked like for a second someone else had come in. If there's anyone new in here, say hi, let us know. so we can chat, talking about menus and food and recipes right now. I guess I'll go ahead and touch on the topic of what the video was supposed to be on today, even though there's not really anyone here to talk to. But the post for this was, did our chicks come? So in the last live, I talked about that we ordered turkeys and we ordered a couple new laying hens to replace some of our older laying hens, and they did not come. They extended the no shipping of live animals due to the bad weather, which I understand and I am okay with, but I just still hope we get our chicks. They have been rescheduled for 2 weeks to come, and so in kind of the middle of March, we're looking at getting our turkeys and our chicks, and I really hope they make it because they were kind of expensive, and I just want them to get here. So our chicks have not arrived yet. Hopefully they will be arriving in the near future. So they're not here yet. But also, along with our chicks not making it, last weekend we were supposed to pick up our new buck for our goats, and things happened where we were not able to go pick up our buck, and so we were kind of bummed that we weren't able to get him last weekend. What happened was we're getting him from Utah and we're in Wyoming, and so the seller has to have the buck vet checked before we can take it across state lines, and he was unable to get in the vet. But our buck has officially been vet checked, and we are going this Saturday to get our new buck. CB, hello. Thank you for joining us. We are a quiet group right now, but we are glad that you are here. Thanks for stopping in. I was just saying that we're getting our new buck this Saturday, and then we are actually also getting 2 other new goats tomorrow. So we have a lot to kind of get ready for those new animals coming in. The 2 that we're getting tomorrow are for our kids' 4-H goats that they will auction at fair this year. So we're excited to be getting new baby goats. They're cute, and a couple of them are spotted, which we love spotted goats. They're just super fun. So yeah. How is everyone doing that's here? We only have a couple people here, and it's a super quiet chat because of it. But I'd love to hear how those who are here, how you're doing. Some of the new videos that will be coming up is we will be having a video on the new animals we're getting, all the new goats. We will be bringing them and showing them off. And then another one that we're going to be doing, which is more kind of for my female viewers, I guess, is I'm going to be doing a video of how I make my own mineral makeup. And how much I love that mineral makeup, and it is such a good money saving thing. So CB said, got outside today, is nice out. Where are you located at? We are in Wyoming, and it is in our definition of a nice day today, which is in the mid-20s, no wind, and the sun's out. So we're still in the 20s. It's still very cold. But it is nice out for us. When I went and fed the animals this morning, I was not frozen to death from the wind because it may be 20 degrees out, and if the wind's there, it's like unbearable. But if the wind's not there, then it's not too bad. Like especially if the sun is out. The sun makes a huge difference in the cold out here. It can be 0 degrees, no wind and sunny, and it's 1,000 times better than when it's 20 degrees, cloudy, and windy. Okay, so you're in Ohio. Okay, well, that's awesome. Hang on one second. I'm going to go see if I can talk my daughter into going and watching her show. I'll be right back. Okay. You got to be really quiet, or you got to go watch the show. You're going to be quiet? Okay. Okay, My daughter assures me she will be quiet. We'll see how long that lasts. For a 3-year-old, it's kind of hard to be quiet. So what is the weather like out in Ohio? Other than, like, what is nice for you guys? Is that above freezing? Is that cold still? I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to Ohio out of all the places I've been to. But yeah, we're definitely enjoying the sunshine here today, and went out and fed my little bottle baby. Oh, it looks like you are back. Awesome. Thank you for coming back. Okay, 47 here. Finally cut a large branch that fell a few weeks ago. Had 10 inches of snow. It's melting now. Yeah, that's you. I'm guessing you got that snow when we got kind of that big dumping of snow this year. So normally in Wyoming, we have a lot of snow. And it's been actually kind of a weird winter. It's still been cold, but it's been very dry, which we rely a lot on our snow to kind of get through. We're a desert, and so we need that snow. So I'm guessing you got that the same time we did. But 47 sounds beautiful. I would love 47 degrees. I love 30 degrees or 32 or 37. But hang on, I've got a puppy dog barking at my door. I will be right back too. Come here. Oh, come here. You can come say hi. So she is not a little puppy anymore. I showed her off at the last live stream, and she was tiny back then, and you're huge now. This is the one who ate my barn plans. This is Sadie. She's our Great Pyrenees, and we are training her to not really be a livestock guardian dog, but more of like a farm dog, if that makes sense. We want her to be good with the animals, really good with our kids, just kind of see our whole property and our home and our kids as her family, I guess. And so she's been doing really good. We've been working with her with the animals outside. I was a little worried with the chickens because our last dog ate. You gotta be quiet. Our last dog killed a lot of our birds when we first got her, and she's very much a young puppy. But recently she's figured out how to get into our chicken run. Here, you're bumping the camera, Missy. She's figured out, you gotta be quiet, Paisley. Okay, I'll put her down. You go play with her. But you gotta be quiet. She's figured out the last couple days how to get into our chicken run, which has totally freaked me out because I'm like, please don't kill all our birds. But she has not touched a single bird. She has, and we have worked with her with the birds, but I was just worried that it hadn't been enough work with the birds, but she has not. She chased one of them around just for a quick second, just kind of to see what they do. We taught her the leave it command. And so we told her to leave it, and she's left it. And our other dog has now since, back when she was a puppy, she did kill a lot of our birds. But our other dog now has a respect for our chickens. And I think she's kind of helped teach that respect onto Sadie. Which way? There we go. There's Miss Sadie on the couch, chilling. CB, can't wait to get in the garden. Seeds start inside. Hi, fur baby. Yeah, I was saying earlier that our garden, we have not done anything on the garden front. We moved onto our property the beginning of November, and our garden just had to kind of be on the back burner. We've got to get a barn built this year. We need to get our property fenced in this year, and then garden's kind of the next step. I do have some seeds for some like cooler crops, but I have not started anything inside this year, which feels so wrong to not start anything inside. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. We have to build a hoop house to get any of the warmer things to grow out here. But I'm excited for you to get to do your garden. She is beautiful. I work in occupational therapy and worked with a wonderful, gentle, smart, great Pyrenees therapy job. That is awesome. I've been looking into occupational therapy, but more looking into it for a special needs standpoint. I have a son who is on the autism spectrum and would greatly benefit from occupational therapy for autism. The only problem is we live very out in the middle of nowhere and cannot find any kind of therapy like that. And so we do some actually from home. I've seen a recipe for taco soup the other day from Fishing with Mike Chavez YouTube channel. I will have to go check that out. We actually really, sorry, my kids are being kind of crazy here. Okay, I got her. Just put it in. Let's grab her. It's going back there. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna give. Come here, Sadie. We're gonna give her a treat because she's trying to get back with the other kids. There you go. Go chew on that. Okay. Yeah, we really like taco soup. We normally put like chicken in our taco soup and things like that. Okay, could use chicken, but yeah, I've never tried it with ground beef, but that actually kind of makes sense to try it that way. Yeah, we use the crock pot too when we make it, but we haven't made it for a while. Yeah, some of the things. So why we're talking recipes, CB, because you came on a little later, is I'm working on our menu. So I was talking about how we went through, we have a big deep freezer that we freeze a bunch of stuff, and we went through and kind of cataloged everything and how much of everything we have. And I'm trying to rotate out the older stuff because we buy a quarter of a beef every year. And it's kind of this time of year is where we need to use up the rest of that beef to make room for the new beef. And then we are still not sure yet. We have one cow that we're considering butchering this week or butchering this year. We're still not, we haven't decided for sure if we're butchering her. She's kind of older, so she'll be a hamburger cow. She's kind of just an ornery cow. That's kind of why we're considering it versus buying beef again. You're going to try to cook it this week. Okay, well, that'd be awesome. Well, I'm interested to hear how it turns out. We definitely, crock pot's the way to go. And so, yeah. Can it. Are you talking about canning like the cow? Because I have seen recipes where they will take like an older cow and they'll pressure can it, pressure can the roast, and they'll turn out really soft. And that is something we actually did talk about doing, of getting, hamburger from her and then pressure canning the other meat to have it come out softer. But the big kind of teaser for this live stream was whether or not our baby chicks came in the mail. They were supposed to be here this last Wednesday, and they did not come. They extended the stop on shipping of live animals to further on this month. So hopefully our turkeys and our baby chicks that we ordered will make it. They're supposed to come in the next 2 weeks, so I'm really hoping they'll make it through. Okay, so pressure can the cow. Yeah, so that is definitely something we're talking about doing with her if we decide. We keep going back and forth on whether or not to actually butcher her. Do we give her some more time and see if she'll mellow out some? But she's a pretty wild cow. She keeps escaping. Is the other part of our problem. And we got her wanting to train her to be a milk cow. And she's just so wild and she likes to lash out that I worry training her to be a milk cow may be harder than we're thinking it'll be. Plus, we have another cow. Her name's Apple Tart, and she's pregnant, and she is the sweetest cow ever. And so we're kind of thinking if Apple Tart has a heifer, that will keep her baby so that we kind of have two calmer babies. So, hey, thank you for coming in and welcome back. If you have, for those who have left and come back, but thank you for coming on and chatting with us. How are you doing? I'm going to totally butcher your name, Paragon Ridge Ranch. How are you doing today? I'm sorry if it's noisy. My kids are in the background. I tried to get them going on a video, but they're getting bored with their movie. So they are getting a little bit noisy back there. But anyways, yeah. Oh, I said it perfect. Good. I'm glad I said it right. I am really bad at butchering names. So if I butcher anyone's name of their channel while they're on here, I'm sorry, but I'm glad then that I said it right. Oh, let the babies play. They are playing in the back there. We have a playroom in the back, and that's where their movie is. I made them popcorn and figured they would have movies on popcorn. Hey, the homestaying pastor. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. We are doing well. Watching from South Carolina. Is it nice and warm where you are, or is it chilly? We are good. How are you guys? We are doing really well. It's warm for out here in Wyoming, which means we are in the mid 20s, but the sun is shining and there is no wind today, which is like the biggest thing that helps it not feel so miserable out here in Wyoming. So I am new to the Instapot world, but we do have an Instapot. I was talking about earlier that we recently did a whole roasted chicken from one of our chickens that we butchered this last fall in the Instapot. Our Instapot has the air fryer combo, and so we did it in the Instapot till it was like fall off the bone, and then we put the air fryer topper on and crisped up the skin, and it turned out beautiful. It was so yummy. Well, thank you for everyone who's come in. We're finally getting some more people in here to chat. I will say now that we've gotten more people in here, sorry for the quality of this video. We are on our new property now, and the internet out here is horrible. It is so hard to upload videos, and the live streams look bad. We are on a wait list for better internet. They said hopefully mid to late this year. My fingers are crossed sooner than later, so I don't have such fuzzy live streams. But I love doing the live streams and chatting with people. So how is everyone doing today? What projects do you have that are planned for this coming spring? We are definitely into project and planning mode. Out here, it does not get warm enough to work on our projects until about April, May. And so right now is our planning mode. And I shared this earlier. We are planning for our new barn that we are needing. And I drew out these beautiful plans and got my barn all figured out and drew it out to scale, got all the measurements in there. And then you see this little puppy right here? That's Sadie. She ate my barn plans. It's like the old, my dog ate my homework. My dog ate my barn. She ate my plans up. So I have to redraw out my barn plans, but I know what we're doing. It's not so ruined that I can't fix it and I can't redraw it out. But it was kind of a pain because I took like a whole weekend to really sketch it out, get everything I wanted, all the measurements done, and then she ate it. But that's part of having a puppy, and she's chewing on a bone right now, which puppies love to eat. Okay, CB, Instapot, spitting out top when releasing pressure. What did I do wrong? I don't mind when I release the pressure after it's been full, it does spit out some moisture and stuff. I just wipe down my cabinet. I just figure it's because you're going from a high pressure to a low pressure pretty quickly. That's the issue. I've noticed if it's naturally releasing the pressure that it doesn't spit the water. So you could just give it more time to naturally release some of the pressure in there so that it's not spewing it out as much. That's the only tip I have because I'm still pretty new to Instapots. Warm this week. Now's the time to start seeds. Oh, I'm so jealous. Are you starting seeds inside or outside? Because out here right now is the time to start our seeds inside the house. We can't really put anything outside until like our cold stuff you can put out if it's really cold hardy the end of April, but most of our stuff we can't plant out till the middle of May, And a lot of our warm stuff we can't plant till June out here. Put it on the back porch. Guess I'm impatient. Well, there's times where like I'm in a rush with my Instapot and I'm like, I've got to have dinner done. You know, where it's getting late. I've got to get it out. So I typically will release it and I just wipe down the cabinets when it spits out the water. But it's nice when I have enough time to let it do what it needs to do. Okay, so you're starting your seeds inside. So yeah, this is the time of year that we would normally start seeds inside, but our garden is going on the back burner this year because we've got to get our barn done. We ended up losing our baby goats this year because we didn't have a full barn finished where we could put heat in it, and they ended up freezing. So barn has gone to the top of our list because we cannot keep losing baby animals because of the cold. So I wish garden was higher on our list. We will definitely get some stuff put in the ground, but nothing like we've done in the past. I'm not planning on canning anything this year from the garden. Not, it could surprise me. I will plant, but I'm not starting anything inside. I don't have a place to put it, nowhere warm and safe for it. So most of it's going to be just in the ground planting for us. Yeah, and so kind of what we're working on right now is just getting ready for new animals coming. I said earlier before a couple of you came on that we are getting 2 new baby goats tomorrow, and then we are getting our new herd buck that we will be keeping a buck for our herd on Saturday. So we'll be getting new goats, and then our new chicks have gotten delayed for a couple weeks, and so we've got to finish. We are turning an old pallet crate into our brooder for them, and I will be making a video of that. I'm excited to share that one. It's already starting to look really good. So excited for new chicks, new goats, and then crazily we are already into March, which then means next month is April, and our cow Apple Tart is due to have her baby in April. Oh, which I have something else I can show you guys. No, I am not a professional artist, but out here in this little town we live in, they do like craft nights for the women out here. And so they did paintings, and you could either paint a pig or a cow. And I painted a cow, and my kids all said we needed to do it looking like Apple Tart, which is our red Dexter cow, because Pearl, our black one, is the naughty one who we're considering butchering. So it's not done, but there is my cow painting that I did the other night. And it is red like Apple Tart. So that is our fun little painting that I just did. My kids think it's so cool, and I think it turned out okay. I'm not an artist, but it was a fun night to get out and paint and spend some time with the ladies and have some treats and have a break from being a mom for a minute. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's cute. I just need to find time to finish painting it. I have a hard time with doing crafts and project kind of things because little 3-year-old that you may or may not hear in the background, she likes to paint, but she makes a huge mess. And she likes to help mommy, but likes to kind of destroy things at the same time. So I'm going to put some lotion on my hands. So living out here in Wyoming, it is so dry and so windy. I don't know if you guys have used this. I'm no way sponsored by this, but the working hands stuff, I think Home Depot carries it, but we got it before they started carrying it. But that is the only thing that helps with the wind out here and how bad my hands get from the wind and from the cold. And I'm the one who typically is outside feeding the animals the most. So my hands are always the worst. And I grew up in Oregon. So I think part of it is that my body's just used to being in such a wet environment, and moving out to the desert has just been a lot harder on me. My husband grew up in Utah where it's still kind of a deserty climate, and it seems like it's not as hard on him as it is on me. So I don't know, but that working hands lotion is amazing. But any other cool projects anyone is working on this spring? It seems I see a lot of gardening stuff. What is your favorite thing to grow in the garden, or your thing that grows the best for you? For me, that's kind of changed from year to year. Our first year of gardening in our place out here, not this place, but our last place in Wyoming, we grew squash like crazy our first year. And then every year after that, we could not grow squash. But then last year, our tomatoes did really well. And our lettuce, I found that I really love growing my own lettuce mixes. I like to do different like mustards and different like red lettuce and spinach and kind of make my own little salad mixes. That's kind of my favorite thing that I found that I grow, and they're so easy to grow. The last couple of years, radishes have been top on my list. Turnips have been really high on my list because I found that my kids, if I cook turnips in like a stew or in like a soup or something like that, they don't even notice it and they actually eat it. So that's kind of a nice one. You said tomatoes. Okay, so my question is, do you like tomatoes raw? Like, do you like chop them up, put them in your salad, put them in a sandwich or something like that? Or are you more of a cooked tomatoes? Because we're more of a cooked tomato family. Most of us don't like it raw. I will eat it sometimes in a raw state, but we typically grow our tomatoes for like sauces. Sorry, my nose is itchy. For sauces or for like pizza. Well, I guess pizza sauce is a sauce. And so typically that's what we do with our tomatoes. I'll also freeze some of our tomatoes so I can add kind of that fresh tomato taste to like when I'm using different sauces, or if I run out and I have to use other things. Okay, dehydrating some Roma tomatoes today. Yeah, I haven't dehydrated a lot of them. How do you eat them after they're dehydrated? Do you reconstitute them into like a sauce? Or I know one time we did try dehydrating some and we ground them into a powder to add as like a seasoning, which was really yummy. But I'm curious, when you what do you use them for after you dehydrate them? Some big ones that we'll do this year in our garden is mostly just the cooler crops because we don't get warm enough out here for things without a greenhouse. So we'll be planting, lettuces, spinach. We'll do some cabbages because last year we actually had some cabbages turn out and we really liked them. I don't know if we'll do onions and garlic this year. Well, we'll plant the garlic, something so that we can actually get a good amount of potatoes because we use a lot of potatoes out here. It sure looks like I am lagging. Okay, powder and rehydrating. Awesome. Okay, whatever's on the counter, I try to make into our dinner, like cut up and add with onions, zucchini, etc., and make a side. Hey, Missy, you gotta be quiet. To dinner, or cut up and put with cucumber in an Italian dressing. That sounds amazing. Says just find ways. They usually don't make it into the house. I eat them while I'm picking them. That is like, so the last 2 years we've done ground cherries, and that is how we are with ground cherries, which are similar to tomatoes, but they taste a little different. But we love, sorry, hang on one moment. Okay, sorry, hang on. We just had a scammer person, so I was deleting those. Anyways, so okay, where were we at? So we were talking about eating tomatoes, and so we found that we really love ground cherries, and we grew those with the thought of making. We talked or read all about like ground cherry preserves and making things out of ground cherries, and so we grew several plants of ground cherries, and my kids would go out and eat them all. before we could get enough to actually make anything from the ground cherries. We just ate them. To hydrate, broccoli and spinach are a good way to hide veggies. I will have to try that because my kids really struggle to eat vegetables. I talked about a little bit earlier about I've got a kid on the autism spectrum, and different flavors and tastes and things like that really are hard for him. And so if I can find a way to hide something and something he likes, it's always a plus because he needs healthy things. And it's blueberry tomatoes. So good. I have never heard of blueberry tomatoes. I've heard about a lot of different kinds. I will definitely have to look at what a blueberry tomato is. While we are not doing a ton of gardening this year, we did order a ton of fruit trees this year, and I am very excited to start our orchard. That's going to take a good chunk of our property up. That's partially why we haven't started any gardening we're not really going an orchard. We're more going a food forest route, and kind of seeing how that goes. Sorry. Got another one. We're just apparently attracting all sorts of lovely people today. Sorry about that. My normal moderators are not on here today, so you guys are getting to witness how lovely people are. Yeah, I just blocked the troll. Sorry about that. Normally, I have more moderators on here. We've switched from doing our nightly lives to our daytime lives, and it's hard because a lot of my moderators can't make it out. Yeah, that's a lovely troll, huh? Okay. Hopefully, it looks like I got them blocked for the second, but I'm sure they will be back in a couple of minutes. So I will be watching for that. Well, a lot of people have moderators on that block them. They just love to get on and be a nuisance where they can. But again, I don't have my normal moderators here, so we are just making it work where I can. But anyways, so the interesting thing is they're not showing up on the live, but they're showing up here on my comments first. Well, we may end up just closing and getting off because my guess is that this lovely troll is going to keep coming back on here because they're just making new names every 2 seconds. But I wanted to thank everyone who did get on here. Right, exactly. You can get banned and kicked off for all sorts of things, but then somehow trolls get on here and can make all sorts of nasty, ugly comments and make brand new profiles every 2 seconds to get on and make comments, which I don't get because I can't seem to keep subscribers on here for more than 5 minutes that are real ones, but we can keep crappy ones. Super fun, right? Anyways, but that's kind of where we're at right now. I did share that some of our newer videos coming out. Hang on. Some of the newer videos that we have coming out is I'm going to be making a new video about our new animals coming on, and going to be making one about the homemade mineral makeup that I like and that I make. So those will be 2 new videos coming out. And then I also will be making eventually a video about the new chicken turkey brooder that I'm making for our new turkeys and chicks coming. And so exciting. We're excited for those. But it has been almost an hour. I've got to take a kiddo to school in a little bit and finish homeschooling the rest of my kids. So thank you guys for being on here. I hope you all have an awesome week. And I don't know, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, see if we can stretch it out to a full hour. So feel free to let me know anything else. What are you guys cooking this week for dinner? That's what I want to know, because I'm working on my menu. I need some menu ideas. What are you guys making this week for dinner? If anyone wants to share. So far, our plans for dinner are, we are doing a roast chicken again this week. Tonight, we are doing fried raviolis, which is one of our favorites. And we're doing, it's like a buttery roast. It's super simple to make and easy, but that's super yummy too. And then the other thing we're going to be making is pork chops. And then my husband's favorite is chicken fried steak. Right? Is that how you say it? Chicken fried steak? Yeah. So that's his ultimate favorite. And we will be making that this Sunday. So, and then for next week, what is on our plan is we are making a quiche, which is my kiddo's favorite, and chicken and dumpling soup in the Instapot. So there's our Instapot meal that we will be doing. Anyone else have plans for yummy meals this week? CV, thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us and chatting. It was awesome. We are now on a uploading schedule where we will be uploading every Tuesday morning. We will have a new video. I'm still not sure for lives if I'm going to do weekly lives or if I'm going to do lives every other week like I have been doing. So that one's still kind of up for who knows. But I think it sounds like pretty much everybody's heading out. Nobody said what they're planning to do for meals this week. So we will probably, I don't know. I kind of want to give it till the full hour. So that's 3 minutes. So anyone in here who still wants to chat for 3 minutes, we will give it that 3 minutes. I'm not sure who's still left in here. We've lost a lot of people. Hey, you guys need to go back and play and shut the door. Oh, there's Miss Sadie sleeping at the door over there. There she is. Oh, awesome. You're doing a quiche for breakfast this week. We're going to do a quiche for dinner. What all do you put in your quiche? We normally do some kind of veggie with ham and then a pie crust and then obviously eggs. But it kind of surprised me. That's one of my kids' favorites to have, and it's an easy one. We used to do them in the like pie dish, but we've switched to doing them in like a 9x13. Thanks for hanging on for a few more minutes. We got 1 minute left, and then I'm definitely going to close out. So I totally appreciate you hanging on with us and chatting with me. It's been a really quiet live stream. So, okay. So you put ham and cheese in yours. So, yep, that definitely makes it delicious. Okay, well, we are at our hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and close. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting, even with the annoying troll in here. Looks like they didn't come back this time. So thanks for chatting. Have a great day and good luck with your garden. And hopefully you'll be here next time we do a live stream. Bye.